You're here, I'm queer, and welcome to part 2. Make sure to watch part 1 before this one. Let's work on Miss Emma Frost's diamond form. This whole project actually started because I wanted to make a diamond Emma doll. At first, I was just going to use a regular Barbie for her normal body, but then I thought it would not look ideal overall if she has a custom diamond BJD body. It would really need to be a matching pair. GothiqueZombie really captured the diamond look I was going for, with the ridges and facets. I didn't want her to have a smooth skin. I really wanted the texture of her skin to look like glass. I asked them to really exaggerate the diamond cuts to really sell the look. Of course, she needed to be a diamond from head to toe, so I asked him to sculpt the hair as well.
A little backstory on how this idea kind of blossomed is I actually got a 3D printer, I believe in November or December. I've had this 3D printer for a while that I have not set up. When I partnered up with GothiqueZombie to create the aerial Venus hands, the delicate poses, so I was like, well, I kind of want to print this out whenever it's convenient. Like, I want to print out multiple of them. I want to print out as much as I want. At one point, I actually, I think it was in January or February, I was like, I'm just gonna return it because I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to learn it. I don't want to do it. It's too much. It's too much! But it was too late to return it. After watching X-Men 97, I messaged GothiqueZombie and I sent them a picture of live-action Emma Frost from First Class in her diamond form, which I think is so far the most beautifully executed diamond form of Emma Frost in live action. And I was like, I want to try and figure out a way that we can make this happen into a doll, and GothiqueZombie was down for it. At this moment, I'm like, I am so down to learn this 3D printing just so I can achieve a diamond form Emma Frost doll. Like, I will do it. I will learn it. And we're here. We're in the middle of it.
Let's go ahead and print out her diamond form using this high clear resin. Of course, the main goal for this one is for it to be completely clear, but I did add some silver glitter mica powders in there just to add a little bit of magic. And printing in clear resin has its own difficulties, trials and errors, and honestly it was very, very frustrating. But all you can do is push through. Like the regular doll, I had to do multiple printings of the clear resin because some parts would actually fail. But GothiqueZombie really helped me out with the settings to use, how to orient the items, and overall have a better success at printing. And in the end, I was able to print out specific pieces to create one full doll. The mica powder inside the resin really makes it so magical, and it kind of looks like crystal quartz, but it just has that shifting effect which I really, really love.
So we are finished with her diamond form also. I have sanded it a little bit and as much as I can. I couldn't sand it too much because it will remove the detailed facets and ridges and the cuts, the diamond cuts. It was so satisfying because in the wash, in the bowl of water, she kind of disappears in there. So I'm like, okay, that's a good sign. I need to go ahead and spray every single part first with the gloss spray. Hopefully it all works out because this is the only doll I have, and honestly, I don't have any more resin, so wish me luck with that, but yay, I'm so excited!
I was experimenting with 4 different spray cans of glosses for the diamond Emma Frost because some of them are really, really glossy and so nice to look at, but then it's a little too thick when you spray it on where it eliminates the sharpness of the diamond bevels and ridges, and we needed to maintain all of that to really give her the diamond crystal look. I separated all of the doll pieces and put them onto these wooden dowels and wires because they have to dry correctly and you don't want to get your handprints all over it. And honestly, the spray takes a while to completely dry. I wanted to start and spray everything with Mr. Super Clear UV Cut in gloss to protect everything from UV exposure. This will hopefully prevent the entire doll from yellowing over time. I then used the Rust-Oleum Triple Thick Glaze for the final coat. That is what I went with. The rest of them definitely gave the gloss that we needed, but for some reason I just thought the Rust-Oleum Triple Thick Glaze was a lot more glossier. I then just give it some time for the gloss to completely dry over time, and I believe I gave it maybe like half a day. I definitely layered it twice with a triple thick glaze just so that it is completely glossy. Here are all of the doll pieces completely glossed up and dry, and they look absolutely amazing. They're super shiny and so brilliant. I mean, look at that. And I love how you can still see the ridges, the bevels, and all of the diamond details into the sculpt. And the mica powders are really making it more magical. Now let's go ahead and put this diamond Emma Frost together. Of course, because she is completely see-through, we cannot use a regular white thread to string her up. So over here, we are using this clear jewelry thread, I believe. gothiquezombie recommended it, and it actually holds her up pretty well. It's definitely not the strongest, but she is still very functional. I forgot to mention that I actually glossed up the inside of this doll's body with a brush-on gloss because you can see from the outside that the inside of her body is foggy. It almost looked white, so glossing it up will make it more clear, kind of like the outside of her body. And oh my freaking god, she looks absolutely amazing in her diamond form. I am just head over heels for this doll. She is so detailed. The bevels of her skin is really noticeable, and I am so in love with it. I mean, look at the details of her hair, of her face. The mica powders are mica powdering, and I asked gothiquezombie to actually sculpt in those details for her face, like the eyes, the lips, and also the eyebrows, because I was like, I can't really do a face up on this diamond head, but she still needs to have the face details. So I thought sculpting that detail in was really important. I'm so obsessed. I'm so obsessed. Like, this is how I imagined an Emma Frost doll. Like, I can't even believe this is real. I wanted her eyes to pop out a lot more, so over here I am just painting it with matte nail polish top coat, and we are going to cure that under the UV. Not too much though, you know, we might risk yellowing. And then I'm going to go ahead and wipe the excess with alcohol. And that makes her eye completely matte, which I think highlights the eye shape a lot more, and overall you can just see it better. In hindsight, I kind of wish that I tried this with her lips as well, because her lips were kind of fading into the background of her body, so maybe in the future I'll do some matte lip for her. Now let's go ahead and start dressing her up, and just like her normal version, I'm doing the same exact outfit, of course. I actually prefer the gloves on her diamond form because I feel like the fabric and textile just pops out a lot better, but overall, I gave her the same exact thing with her gloves. I am definitely looking forward to having 2 complete dolls, and the fact that I don't have to swap outfits like I do with Penelope Featherington. I really wish that I made 2 dolls for her because it's just so difficult sometimes to change doll outfits. Especially this bedazzled shorts, like she's a little stiff. So having 2 complete dolls is like pure bliss for me. I am stressing a little bit because I do have to swap the cape, you know, from unwired to wired. So that one is a little bit difficult and I do not look forward to that, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. Now let's go ahead and pose this cape and give her that strong action feel that a diamond Emma Frost will exude.
Check out part 1 to see her human version.